Hello from Guangzhou. This is gonna be a wonderful and very high value one. Hello and welcome back, or just welcome if you're new to the channel. I am in Guangzhou, which is the city where I'm currently living, and I've been living here for a bit over 2 months now. Even though I live here, I've actually not explored this city that much. Most days I just stay within 1 kilometer of my home. So the plan for this video is that I'm gonna visit some new places and neighborhoods. I know I'm gonna like it because, at least for me, as long as it is a new place, I am gonna find it interesting. So the first place I'm gonna visit is this business district. Even though it is very modern, this area is still under construction. So in a couple of years, it will be even better. I'm gonna stay here a while longer and then head to the next place. I'm always able to appreciate some tall buildings. In case you don't know, then China is building and developing a lot at a very high speed, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to visit this area. These tall buildings are definitely one of my favorite things to visit when going to big cities. Next destination is gonna be this very nice park here, and I will be visiting most of the places during different days because they're kinda located far apart, and Guangzhou is also a very big city. And you might be wondering why I'm here. Well, I like to visit parks, and I looked at the map, and this park was in a neighborhood I've never been to before. And I'm happy to say that this is a very nice park and definitely worth a visit, at least for me. So there was a small entrance fee for visiting this park. This is, in my opinion, a very good thing because that means this park is gonna be very well maintained and clean. And it for sure was clean. I don't think it's even possible to make the streets cleaner. They also had some nice vegetation going on here. A lot of unique looking plants. Some of them I had never seen before. And it just feels nice to be out in nature and get away from the city a little bit. Since this is such a nice park, I want to share a quick story and lesson about anger. So I recently got a bit angry, and here is what happened. Me and my girlfriend were playing a video game called Overcooked 2, and we had been hard stuck on this one level for probably 3 weeks. I can be very focused when playing video games, and since we've been stuck on this level for such a long time, I was also a bit annoyed. And then we failed this level once again, and she decides to look into my ear. From my point of view, it was like she was trying to dive into my ear with both her hands. I did not want her inside my ear, so I waved her off, and then I pushed her away a little bit. And then I told her quite loudly, I do not want you to inspect my ear. And this was not the first time she tried this. She then felt hurt, and we had an argument, which has now been resolved. So I don't think I got angry in this situation. I would say I was more a bit triggered. But my view on anger is, if I get angry, then it's almost always my own fault. Because anger is almost always caused by one of two things. Either my expectations of a situation were not met, or I lacked preparation. Both these things are within my control. So next time, just set more realistic expectations or be better prepared. And becoming angry does not really change the situation. Instead, it just worsens my decision making. So yeah, being angry is okay, staying angry is not. Let's go to the next place. Next destination is gonna be a temple here in Guangzhou, which is this one right here. It's a Buddhist temple, and as far as I know, then most temples in China are Buddhist temples. Clean streets and a lot of nice decoration. My guess is that it's a quite rich temple because it's taken very well care of. I'm gonna have a nice little walk here and then head to the next place. Next to the temple is another small park worth visiting. And also, winter is here in Guangzhou because it's under 20 degrees. I have seen, and even more clearly, I have heard that people are feeling the cold. My girlfriend included. She was not prepared and got rewarded with a fever. I think it was 38.5 degrees, so quite serious actually. She then had some Chinese medicine and was able to recover in 2 days. As a person who grew up in Sweden, I was able to remain calm. Or maybe that's because I'm a man. Oops, sorry, I should not have said that. These are the modern times and people are more sensitive than ever. Next destination is gonna be Guangzhou Sports Center, and this is probably the most modern area here in Guangzhou. It has everything you would want in a modern area in China, which in my opinion are tall buildings, open spaces, clean streets and shopping malls. You might ask, are the tall buildings sleek and cutting edge? Some of them are, but a lot of them look very basic, which is not a bad thing. From here you can also walk down to Guangzhou Tower, and if you do that, then you can probably see the most modern part of Guangzhou. I'm not gonna do that today because I have better things to do. Or if I really want to flex my English, I could say I have bigger fish to fry. It's dark outside now, and since this is such a nice area, I thought that it would be worth showing how it looks during the evening also. This is actually a very popular place for couples to visit because it has everything to achieve the Chinese dating dream, which is basically a good place to eat, dessert places, interesting things to look at and do, and nice areas where you can walk and sit. But before we walk around here, I want to share a quick thought. So this is gonna be the last travel video I make in China for this time, because I'm going back to Sweden in a couple of days. During my time here, I have seen and observed a lot of Chinese people. So I want to answer the question, are Chinese people happy? Based on what I've seen, then my answer is unfortunately no. I don't think most Chinese people are happy. Because when social media, distractions, tasty food, or consumption in general becomes the highlight of one's life, then I think it's very difficult to be happy. And unfortunately, I think that's a position many Chinese people are in. It feels like very few Chinese people are trying to improve themselves and learn new skills, and instead they're just looking for fun and comfort. This is just an observation which could very much be wrong. Next, we are gonna walk around here a little bit, and then we are gonna visit one of the biggest shopping malls in China. Spoiler alert, it's a big one. We then decided to go and get dinner, and here the duck was the highlight. Very well done. And one thing I learned during this meal is that you should stay away from ordering this catfish dish. In Chinese it's called ba sha yu, and the reason for that is because this fish is raised in a very dirty environment, and then they're feeding it a lot of unhealthy things to make it grow fast. My girlfriend told me this after I had finished half the dish, which made me a little bit upset. Lesson learned, I will not order this dish again in the future. Hello, we have now made it to this very nice area in front of Guangzhou Tower, and the reason why we are here is to look at a very exclusive light show. And the reason why they have this light show is because the biggest university in Guangzhou is celebrating 100 years. This is gonna be so exclusive, I'm not even sure I'm worthy. But that's okay, I don't need to be worthy, because I know that you, the viewer, is worthy. Whoa. Regarding this light show, I just want to say that I have never seen anything like this before. It was amazing. It might not look that impressive on the screen, but in real life it was amazing. China really knows how to develop. It's a different day and we decided to go for dinner again, and this time we went to one of the best rated restaurants in Guangzhou. And this was actually the most expensive dinner I had during my stay in China for this time. It cost around 500 yuan for 2 people, and we ordered 4 dishes. In terms of taste, they were all wonderful. The highlight of this meal was the seafood pancake, which was very generous in oil. I felt like a seed oil afterwards, which is not a good feeling. Next destination is gonna be the most famous road here in Guangzhou, which is Beijing Road. And the reason why this is the most famous road is because it's a street with a bit of Chinese culture and history. But besides that, here they also have a lot of shops, nice decoration, and a lot of street food, which I will not try. I have already had dinner and it doesn't look too promising, if I'm gonna be honest. And it's definitely nicer here in the evening compared to during the day, because all the lights has been turned on. I also need to buy some dessert or snacks for my coworkers in Sweden, because we always do that when one of us takes a longer vacation, just to show some appreciation towards each other. And it's also kind of part of Swedish work culture to take dessert breaks every now and then. So that's a small but very serious and important task I have today. As you can expect, it is quite busy here. This is, after all, the most famous road in Guangzhou. We found some snack stores and I didn't really know what to buy here. I'm honestly not too familiar with Chinese snacks. Also, based on previous experience, my Swedish colleagues do not really like Chinese snacks. So I just bought some random crackers. They were okay. Either way, the highlight of this street is this traditional looking building here. Very nice red color, and I was definitely able to appreciate it. This was actually the last destination. I think I've been able to cover quite a lot of things in this video. Guangzhou is a very nice city for sure, with a lot of things to do. Okay, thank you so much for watching and I wish you a wonderful day.